What is the craziest fantasy you were able to fulfill? I went to Pound Town with my landlord. This isn't your stereotypical landlord and lessee story. I was 19 when I moved into my first apartment as my parents exiled me for not wanting to attend college. It was very hard times, and I did anything so that I could pay rent. This started a weird fantasy to form within me. I wanted to switch the power dynamic between my landlord and me. I felt like he held too much power, as any day if I didn't pay rent he could just evict me. This made me go into a frenzy to figure out how to make this 50-year-old man my beach. I started by teasing him every time he would collect my rent, having one of my melons out, or see-through pants where he could see the outline of my female parts. I knew this was starting to work because he would want to get drinks occasionally, which I always agreed to, and he talked to me more than any other person in the apartment complex. This situation became complicated when I found out that he had a wife and kids, but instead of making me back out, it made me desire to switch the power dynamic even more. The day finally came when I invited him inside while wearing a tiny skirt that barely covered my bubble butt. I sat him down on the couch, and I asked him if he just wanted to skip all the steps and go right into it. Of course, he said yes. His masculine desires could never allow him to deny such a beautiful young woman. Now you might be thinking, he has all the power. You are so wrong. I told him that before he did anything to me he had to listen to all of my commands, and he nodded. I told him to lie on his stomach as I tied his hands to the bed frame. He was under all of my control. I went and got my strap on, and before he could even say no, I was inside of his behind. Destroying all his dignity, taking away any bit of masculinity he had within him. I went so hard he started to cry, and this was exactly what I wanted. To be dominant, to be in charge of the situation, to have full control over what was going to happen. I absolutely loved it. Then we finished, he got changed extremely quickly and ran out of my apartment. The next day rolled around, and he asked for more. I knew he liked it, I knew he wanted to be my little beach.